You're at 109 right now.
Let's talk about Katt Williams on Club Shay Shay. I only have one comment to make, so I'll make it as short as possible. He's a truth sayer, Katt Williams. Katt Williams stands by the truth. He's an honorable dude, honorable man. He spoke his truth from his perspective, from his, knowledge base. Knowledge base meaning like what he knows about the situation, right? So he just basically spoke from his perspective, and I'm team Katt Williams for sure. Been that way since the Pimp Chronicles back in the day. Like, that was just some phenomenal stuff. And it's great. I also it's great to hear that people don't have things to say about him. Yeah, people are responding. Folks are responding. All throughout the internet. Jumani just told me, Katt Williams broke the internet, and I believe it. From people all over the globe. I have former colleagues, all around the globe who are talking about Katt Williams this, Katt Williams that. So it's made an impact. That's the topic of the day, of the minute, right? Katt Williams. And speaking of my international friends and so forth and so on, Katt Williams said something in his interview about international travel, or rather travel specifically. But I think he was referencing international travel when he made this comment. We're going to listen to him. He's going to express himself. I'll let him express himself. But the point here is that I hold the same. I am of the same opinion. I hold the same opinion, and I'm happy that Katt Williams, said this. And I want to focus. Put the magnifying glass on this part of the interview. There are so many other parts. But again, I said I was going to keep this brief. So let's just listen, and I guess that's it. I might say a word or two at the end, but other than that, Katt says everything. I just want to call your attention to it. Katt Williams. This is Katt Williams on international travel from the Katt Williams Unleashed Club Shay Shay episode. Here we go. Oh man, he went there. Oh my goodness. It's like he just rolled out the red carpet, man. For moi. I mean, I'm going to take it, because I've been to Sweden, I've been to Ireland, and I've been to Africa and many more, countries. And I second that. I second that emotion. I second that motion. Oh yeah, the Temptation said emotion because they were going with it was a pun. But yeah, man, Katt said it. Our empathy, our sympathy. That's what America wants us to forget. we have this individualistic approach, to our lives, and we think, we live in our bubbles, but we don't, or the bubbles that we do live in crash into other people's bubbles all the time. And then that's when our empathy and sympathy needs to shine. And when it doesn't, well, that's where conflict arises. And that's where, that's where we need to remember that there are other bubbles that are equally as important as ours. And so when you travel, you get out of your bubble and you find yourself immersed in another bubble. And then in order to survive, you have to adapt to how things work in that bubble. And so you grow, you adopt new ways of doing things, you adapt to life there, and you grow and you change. But at the center of that change is, or will become, your empathy and your sympathy for the people that you now live among. Like, I can talk, and say some things about Korea that are none too favorable, but the fact that I lived there, that that offsets anything that I have negative to say about Korea, because I lived there, I survived there, and I lived well there. So I can't say things that are so negative, when the reality was it was a very positive experience. You dig? And another thing is, when I meet people, especially when I meet them and I've been to their countries, then I see them differently. I can see, how people lived in their countries, at least, to the extent that I was able to see how people live in the country. There could be, people who are extremely affluent whom I did not see when I traveled to that country. Or there may be people who are extremely poor and suffering whom I did not see when I traveled to that country. But based upon my experience, just traveling alone to those countries, and I guess seeing, the average condition, that has informed me about, people in that particular region. So the underlying ideal here is travel is important, and Katt Williams underscored that point with his comments during his interview.
You're at 109 right now.
And I think that's it. I did that in 8 minutes. So there it is, y'all. Hope you can appreciate this. I'm looking for something to play us out.
C'est toujours un plaisir d'être là avec vous. Vous écoutez la fréquence 109. Merci à vous.
Peace.